Hello, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. Mama Lisa is in the kitchen and thankful to be here. Wanted to show y'all what I'm coming up with today. I have 2 Georgia Belle white peaches left over from what was brought to me. I have blueberries that were picked for me. Great, they're frozen. I'm gonna take a couple of those before I forget. I'm gonna toss them in my lemonade and get it kind of infused, okay? I wanna make 2, hopefully, little miniature cobblers in a mason jar. So this is what I'm gonna do. I like the concept of waste not, want not, and I cannot leave these 2 peaches just by themselves. I just can't do it. So I'm gonna peel the peaches. I have my oven at 375 degrees. I have had so many people bring food to me and my family since this partial knee replacement. And I'm so grateful. And so it's kind of nice to be back in my kitchen, to be honest with you. I won't be doing much, just little baby steps at a time. And I got the clearance, you know, of the physical therapist. So anyway, 2 peaches, okay? And you know, you can use whatever fruit you want, whatever fruit you like in a cobbler. If you have, you know, strawberries or blueberries or whatever. I just happen to have 2 peaches that haven't been eaten yet. Georgia Belles are my personal favorite. They're white peaches. They're sweet, but definitely a different taste, in my opinion, than the yellow peaches. Let me just get my hands a zhuzh. Okay, now I want to keep this kind of healthy, to be honest with you, so let me set this out of the way. And I'm going to use a little bit of honey. Make sure this is open. I have organic, raw, unfiltered honey. I'm going to use that as a sweetener, okay? I'm just going to give it about a tablespoon. I also want to add just a dab of vanilla extract. And you can add that to this or to the drying, it doesn't matter, I don't think. I'm also going to add about a 1/2 cup, maybe 1/4 of a cup, blueberries, they're frozen. And I'm going to add, I don't know, 3 tablespoons or so, my hands are clean, of Truvia. That is, you know, substitute, white sugar substitute, okay? Now, so if you're trying to cut back, this might be a good little video that you enjoy. A lot of people with the pandemic are alone, so, or there's just 2 of them or whatever, so I just thought, you know, this might be a cool little recipe to see if you want just a little something sweet and you don't want those peaches to go to waste. Okay, so I'm just going to give them a stir, get all the sweetness and the vanilla over them, and then I am going to spray the inside of 2 clean pint-sized mason jars so that they don't stick. And I am going to put, you know what, I'm going to need a spoon. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to get a spoon to spoon this fruit into these mason jars. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to put 1/2 of it in this one. I love blueberries and peaches together. I also love blueberries and lemons together. Just personal preference. But I'm actually going to send these to a friend. who's having some health issues and struggling a little bit. Okay. Get all that syrup out of there. Smells wonderful. Okay, now to that, I already have a lemon that has been cut in my fridge. I've been taking it and putting it in my water. So I'm literally going to take just a wedge. And there's one seed right there. Hold on. Put that in the trash bowl. I'm just going to sprinkle just a hint of lemon. And now for the dry ingredients. To this, I'm going to add, here we go. I'm going to use this as the mixing bowl, make it easy. I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of self-rising flour, heaping tablespoons, let's say. Let's do 3. Heaping tablespoons self-rising flour. To this, I want to add, just for fun, just a hint of lavender that you can cook with. Lord, the smells are wonderful. To that, I'm going to need some butter, and I'm going to need a little bit of milk. Let me grab that. I've got some fat-free half and half. Thank you, Lord, there. Here we go. So, I'm going to take a little bit of that. Let me cut my butter in first. I need something clean. Hold on one second. Sorry there, folks. It's first time back in the kitchen since the knee replacement surgery, so I'm a little rusty just in 2 weeks. I'm going to take about a tablespoon of butter, softened to room temperature. I'm going to take actually a tablespoon and a half. You know, this is kind of one of those things that you can eyeball yourself and make it work for you, okay? And I'm just going to run that knife through that self-rising flour so that it separates that butter. And you could use, you know, almond flour or whatever. If you're definitely if you're gluten-free, that could be a good option. Coconut flour. I've seen recipes like that. Now to this, I want to add just a couple of tablespoons, and I'm going to eyeball that, of fat-free half and half. And I'm going to give that a stir, because I want to see what that looks like. You could add pecans to this too. I want it to be the consistency that will pour easily, but I don't want it to be too thin. Let's do 1 more tablespoon. Take a look at that. I'm going to do another tablespoon because it's going to go 4 tablespoons, it looks like. If you're watching this video and you love this idea, you know, rewind it. Grab your pen and pencil, write it down, or you can store it to your device and have it handy for the next time you want to bake a little something sweet for your own sweet tooth. Or if you, like I, have a couple little fruits sitting around that you don't want to go to waste, and you just want to send it to somebody that's in need. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of sugar to the batter. This is the Truvia substitute. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. You know, Cobbler around here is sweet. It's real sweet. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, looks like that. And the consistency. Okay, I'm going to spoon that over my fruit. carefully in my mason jar. About 3 tablespoons, I think, ought to do it. I'm trying to be careful not to get it on the outside of the jar, just for baking purposes. I certainly don't want to have to clean an oven today. And I'm going to bake those. I'm going to place them in on a cookie sheet, and I'm going to bake them until they are golden brown and bubbly. I'm going to guess 20 minutes. I'll set the timer for 20 minutes and go get off my feet, and then I'll check it. And when I post this to Facebook, I will put a caption that gives you an idea of how long I baked mine. Now, everybody's ovens are different, we know that. So, anyway, that's exactly how mine look going into my oven. Thanks for tuning in. I will show you guys how that comes out. Get my hands a wipe here and make my way around to the camera. Cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all.